Hey, welcome back to Focus on Winning. My name is Ashraf. So, you might have been thinking about using Pinterest for your business because it's all about pictures and videos, kind of like Instagram, but Pinterest is more like a traffic generator, right? I actually find it interesting, but I never look into it. And then I found someone who is an expert in Pinterest and decided to bring this person on my show to talk about everything we need to know about Pinterest. So our featured guest today is Karrie Marie. She is a Pinterest expert, a tech virtual assistant, a sales funnel, and a marketing strategist. And she's also a funnel builder, which is like building a marketing campaign to increase revenue for any kind of business. All right, let's jump in.
So the real question is this: how would an entrepreneur like us, who literally start from nothing or has limited resources and yet still wants to build an empire, join Ashraf as he answers this big question so you can apply it too? Welcome to Focus on Winning.
Carrie, say what's up to our listeners and tell us one of the best thing that ever happened in your entrepreneurial journey.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for having me. Welcome. The most exciting thing that happened, I mean, like for me, it's actually starting the whole entrepreneurial journey because, there's some people that just come from those kind of families, like they have, parents that were entrepreneurs, they think outside the box. That was just not me. I was raised, you're going to go to school, go to college, get a job. And then I had children, and now it's like I wanted to find something to do online, and I became, through different things, a tech VA, funnel builder. I've learned all these skills online, and really, so I started my own business. So the whole journey has been exciting because it's not something that I would have ever imagined for myself,
Mm.
and I love it.
And where did you start?
So yes, I started 3 years ago. I had taken a break of about 10 years from having children, and I homeschool, so I wanted to find something I could do at home. And so I originally started as a blogger, and Pinterest is sort of known as the blogging platform. Like people that have been blogging, I mean, blogs
Mm-hmm.
have been around for like over 10 years, and so usually bloggers used Pinterest, and that's how I actually started using Pinterest. And
Oh.
then, I changed. I had found out what a virtual assistant was, and, like this whole digital marketing online business. Didn't even know it existed. And then dropped the blogging part and, started my business. And so then I used Pinterest from the very beginning. I knew how powerful a platform it was and have been on it since the very beginning. And so many people don't know the advantages of it or how to use it for their business. And so that's why I specifically niched down to helping entrepreneurs use Pinterest for their business.
I mean, that's really amazing thing about you because you start and then you homeschool three people, three of your kids. Wow,
Mhm.
it must be a lot.
I stay busy.
And, oh, all right. As I mentioned in the intro, we are gonna talk about how to use Pinterest to take your business to the next level. So let's first talk about the importance of Pinterest. Why do you think Pinterest is such a good platform to do a business?
Well, first of all, Pinterest is not a social media platform. People group it in with social media, but it's a search engine. And so we all
Mhm,
know as business owners how important Google is, right? I mean, we all are trying to do
mhm,
Google SEO. That's how you get found. Pinterest is the same way. They have Pinterest SEO. And so it is basically it's like a pretty Google because it uses images to attract the users. It is a platform where people are coming to it to solve a problem. You don't just scroll Google. You're going there to search something. You want to find out how to do something. And so as an end user using Pinterest, you're going there to find out an answer to your problem. And so if you are the business that solves that problem and positions yourself as the problem solver, then it's a natural fit of they're gonna click on your content. They want to see how you solve the problem. If you have a course or coaching or a product that solves their problem, you can purchase directly from Pinterest. So it is a platform that you can purchase off of, and it's great for Shopify owners if you sell products, or Etsy if you're an Etsy owner. The thing is, Pinterest is, I don't want to discourage men, but the demographic of Pinterest is about like 85% women. So if you have that demographic, we're always told as marketers, be where your audience is. It is a market of women with money to spend.
Wow.
And then also, we also know, the name of the game kind of on this whole online thing is being found. And so our content lasts longer versus, if you're on Instagram or Pinterest, you're going to be posting your content, and it gets pushed down the feed. You're lucky if something goes viral, it lasts a day if you're lucky, and you're engaging, and then it goes away. With Pinterest, one pin lasts an average of 4 months, and so you get more bang for your buck as far as creating content. And it's a traffic driver. So it's a search engine and a traffic driver, meaning you can drive traffic to any place. We know on Facebook, for example, or YouTube, they want you to stay on their platform. They don't want you to click off and go somewhere else. Whereas Pinterest, you can drive traffic to either a blog post, you can drive it to a sales page. If you want to, it's a great way to fill your funnel, kind of like on autopilot. You can drive traffic to YouTube. You could do it if you've done Facebook Lives, you can, whatever has a URL, you can drive traffic to. And so those are just a few of the reasons why Pinterest is great.
And so you also think that the difference is Pinterest actually encourage people to go other platforms.
That's what it does. I mean, it even when it was a blogging platform, there's nothing to do on the platform except read other content that's directing you elsewhere. So, I mean, that's what it does.
So I see people use Pinterest for pictures, right? And is there a video too?
They do. They have video pins as well. And then they have carousel pins. So it's like a slideshow type thing. And so there are a bunch of different things. They have promoted pins, which are Pinterest ads, that kind of, I wouldn't say compete with Facebook ads, but it is, they both have their different kind of strategies of why you would use Facebook ads over Pinterest ads. But you can pay, pay money, increase the views of your pins and drive your traffic to a sales page to make sales or grow your email list.
I see.
And so, but for the video though, it is a traffic driver. So you don't want to, like if you have a YouTube video, you wouldn't make the pin like your 5-minute or 10-minute YouTube video. You would create like a little mini movie trailer that is like, what is the content they're going to see? And so it's like a trailer of, this you're going to learn 5 ways to do this, and then they'll click and then they go to YouTube.
And I remember back when I was in high school, my friend used to use Pinterest for studying. I mean, whenever they want to see the mind mapping or any visual stuff, they just open Pinterest to study. They just use Pinterest to study. And that was really amazing. I mean, I never thought about using Pinterest. and not many people thought about that. So I think that's one of the ways to use Pinterest, and that is only suitable for student. And of course, we are talking about business right now, right? And so what kind of business do you think is suitable for Pinterest? And since it is all pictures, is it for women only?
Not necessarily. Actually, there's a man who is fairly well. I mean, I know him, but he does manly Pinterest tips. But I mean, it's for products. So just if you're a man and you happen to have a Shopify store that sells things, I mean, it really doesn't matter because they don't know who the user is. It's just kind of your targeting. And but what it's good for, what I always tell people if they wonder if their business should be on Pinterest, is go and search for what you do or find a competitor. And if what you do, if there's people on Pinterest, then you should be there too. It's very popular. It integrates with Shopify, like I said. So if you are a Shopify owner, if you have an Etsy store, if you're a service-based entrepreneur, which is what I am, there's there's a ton of different content. I mean, like you were saying, like with studying, I mean, you can find goal setting and productivity. And I mean, it's just finding out like whatever your niche is, if it is well represented on Pinterest, because you need keywords. And so if you're in like this very maybe small niche that's not as popular, it's going to take you longer to find success on Pinterest. So, if you were a food blogger, for example, or, any kind of or even affiliate marketing, I mean, you can do all of that on Pinterest.
Alright, to the listeners, this is the first part series of using Pinterest to take your business to the next level. And here's a quick recap for what we were talking about. So number one is Pinterest can increase your visibility on Google because of the pin. Number two, Pinterest is really suitable for a business that focuses on women because of the amount of users and the demographic is more on the women side. And number three, Pinterest encourages people to go to other platforms. And that is why I said it earlier in the intro that it is a traffic driver. So there you go. And I would say that this episode is more about an overview and introduction to Pinterest. And on the next episode, we'll be talking about how to get more visibility, viewers, and leads, specifically about traffic. So, until then, talk to you soon.
Hey, thank you for listening. We hope you can implement everything from this episode. And would you like to know more about business strategies and life hacks that you can apply right now? If so, subscribe to this podcast so you can become the best you.